This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Guns N' Roses, You Could Be Mine. Scrolling through the guide the other day, looking for a movie on the weekend with my youngest son. And T2. I scrolled past T2 with Arnie. And I said, you know what? Because he'll watch both my kids, they'll watch older movies, like with a certain amount of action. If my wife and I are like, oh, yeah, you guys would probably like this. It's a great blast from the past. So I suggested it. I said, it's really good. And we're like, yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, let's watch it. And he loved it. I was so proud. I'm like, oh, yeah. And it was nice to watch it again, too.
It's always kind of nerve-wracking when you're introducing your kids, or for me, it was my nephew, to like movies you love. Because it's not always going to go over, right?
Well, the video age, too. I mean, they all play video games. They're gamers. So that doesn't even compare usually. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When like when Top Gun came out. I still remember taking a girl to the original one at a theater. I thought that was pretty good. And then the kids are watching the new one even, right? The remake, and it's got all the graphics and everything else going, and you go, whoa.
And that's the key, the CGI.
Yeah, the CGI stuff.
You're right. With video games and movies that come out now, the action, the fight scenes, everything is so much better that suggesting a movie from, I guess that would have been the 90s.
Yeah, so if it stood up like that, that's great.
That's risky
business.
Did
it hold up as far as like the CGI, the technology?
Pretty well. Like some of the scenes.
That early.
Yeah, some of the scenes.
The dialogue.
Oh, yeah, he was really worked up about the dialogue. With that success now, and so that I also got him to watch Predator like a couple months ago, and he liked that. So it seems like Arnie. Like I'm just like, you got to check out Arnie's movies. I told him The Running Man is up next with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
His birthday's coming up. I'm going to see if I can find him a Gold's Gym T-shirt. Remember when Arnie was involved in the gym?
Isn't there another Running Man? They brought it back, right?
Right.
Wasn't it Gosling?
I haven't checked it out, but I might. I might have to.
Yeah, it's out now on like streaming. Like in I was about to say
Glenn
video.
Powell.
Oh, Powell played him. Yes, Running Man.
Do you have the rating in front, like how it did?
Let me check on that.
I wonder who played the Richard Dawson character, the villain. The game show.
It got a 61% critic score, 77 audience score. What's the name of the character you're talking about?
I don't remember, but Richard Dawson was pretty
Josh
good.
Brolin, maybe?
Oh, yeah, it's probably Brolin.
Okay.
I love Josh Brolin.
He is so good, but it's tough checking out these movies that you loved when you were young and the remakes. Like, for example, Roadhouse. I didn't love the remake of Roadhouse.
I feel like those reboots aren't for the people who lived through the original. It's to introduce the new generation, right?
That's very true.
Because you're right. It's hard to go back when you know too much. Right?
They changed a lot of that story too, right?
Roadhouse?
Yeah. To make it a little bit more, I guess, future friendly.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
But
cool it up a little bit maybe in their minds. Okay, coming up in the Bone Phone, this will not surprise you. We've got some response from truck drivers today. You'll remember yesterday we had there was the whole rolling roadblock chat and everything else. It kind of went on and on. So yes, some response from truck drivers and a whole lot more coming up in the Bone Phone in just a few minutes. Good morning.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center.
Got something to say?
Okay, I'll say it.
Well, you should probably call the Bone Phone and let her rip.
It actually feels nice to finally say it out loud.
780-BONE.
Yeah, John the janitor here. You know, every day I go into work. Some days I got to clean up and I do it with a smile.
Good on you.
Joe the janitor?
Joe, first time as far as I know.
That's a great call.
When going to school, I always looked at the janitor and thought that looks like a cool job. They always seem pretty chill. Generally, they were pretty nice with the kids.
Yeah.
Like saying hi to you and
we had
pretty
some great janitors in my day, actually.
good-natured. They knew everything about the school.
Yeah.
I grew up with a school right in front of so I had the schoolyard right in front of my house. So we used to play in that schoolyard all the time. But in the summertime, the parking lot was empty with no teachers and everything else. But there was the one vehicle. And that was when you knew the janitor was in. And if you peeked through the window, you could see all the desks stored up because the waxing was happening. Remember that? And that was the cool machine, right?
Sure.
That they bring in and in the gym.
That's probably what gets people into that job.
Oh,
just
man.
the ability to use that machine.
Then there's always one kid that wants to glue a penny down in the hallway.
There are kids, like janitors could tell stories about like their
yeah.
top 15 kids in life that they hated. That did stuff.
Oh, God, I would read that book.
Probably more than 15.
You think in their office, because they always had the office, their own little section there, there's like the most wanted posters from all time.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, moving along here, and it's funny that this call came in because I was at some point yesterday, I was at this intersection, and it was such a long wait.
Dude, why is Dugald at the perimeter always so backed up? Like, I was literally like I was stopped at a train just before it, and even after an entire train went by, I'm stopping at Dugald, and I'm still like at least 5 cycles behind in the lights. Why are they so much shorter than all the other lights on the perimeter? What is up with that?
So a couple quick thoughts. I think it's because of all the construction coming in and out of Transcona. There's less ways to get in and out. And I will say this, and I hope somebody with the city or someone who makes decisions is listening, because the left turn arrow going left off the perimeter onto Dugald is not frequent enough or long enough.
That's what he's saying too then.
I believe that's what
so
he's saying.
maybe they can just, that's good notification. Maybe they just come and adjust the times.
Do they do that? Do they adjust the times from a master computer at some office?
I
I'm
wonder.
so curious.
Well, didn't they set up a system too where there are cameras now and you can tell by flow of traffic? It's almost like the video game. You know, you can adjust some of the lighting, not all of it, because there's sometimes you sit there at a light and you go like, there's no
Yeah.
one around.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe they can fix that. Maybe
nice.
let's hope.
Yep.
Between you and that caller.
Let's hope. Okay. Trucker phone calls. It was, I want to say Dennis the Menace
Yeah.
who fired it all up yesterday, complaining about truckers.
Neck and neck.
Being in both lanes on the perimeter instead of sticking to one.
This call goes out to all you trucker haters. As when it comes to the perimeter, there are certain sections of the perimeter where it's best to stay in the left lane, just because there's always somebody either coming off the perimeter or getting on the perimeter, one or the other. And if I'm doing 105, 108, and I'm in that left lane, you don't like it, you can damn well go around. You guys forget, without the truckers, how expensive do you think life would really be? Everything gets shipped in by a boat or rail. How do you think it gets from there to the shelves to your homes? Shake your heads and think about it. And while you're at it, put your goddamn cell phones down.
Okay.
A few great points there.
Definitely. Okay. We were wondering, Lisa called the other day wishing Rock and Ron and Rick a happy birthday. And we were wondering who these people are in her life. Some clarity from Lisa this morning.
This call goes out.
Nope, that's the trucker again. This is the Lisa clarity.
I just want to say happy birthday to my brother Ronnie, who turned 60,
Brother.
and my boyfriend Rick, who turned 55.
Whoa.
And I'd be like, here's your birthday present. I'm a king cake.
And some music. She likes Danko.
Oh, Danko.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Age is just a number. Love you.
Two Lisa calls in 1 week. What a treat.
We've never heard the boyfriend shout out before. We've heard of, obviously, Rock and Rick.
Rock and Ron.
Ron was the brother?
Rock and Ron's brother.
Brother.
Rick's
and
the
Rick's
boyfriend.
the boyfriend. But we never had an identity to Rick. We just heard his name was Rick.
Lisa,
Wow.
we got to hear from Rick one morning, okay? We got to hear
Yeah.
from your boyfriend. I would love that. Okay, let's wrap with this, and there's going to be a lot of this over the next couple of days.
Yeah, I don't call very much, but I just had to call in for the sake of Mr. Gord Downey. I just actually listened to Bob Cajun, and, you never really realize how important a musician is until they're gone. And I just wanted to share a little bit of information. I know everyone knows that, how influential Gord Downey was in Canadian music and how influential his music is and still is and will will forever be. But it just kind of hit me that just after these guys are gone, these important musicians in our lives, it's really something when they're gone how much their music means to a person once they've left this earth.
Yeah, you can feel the emotion in that call.
Yeah.
Right. So tonight, if you're not doing anything and it looks like it could be a beautiful night, Assiniboine Park Lyric Theater, our good buddy H is hosting. They have the Killer Whale Tank performing there, all the hip songs tonight you're going to want to hear and sing along with. They're doing that. So Lyric Theater, Assiniboine Park. Today we've got live hip music all day, and then tomorrow, starting at 6, the Hip Road Trip Special. And at 8, you'll get the brand new live album that they're releasing, right, with the Hip, called Live July 22nd to August 20th, 2016. 10 years today.
Since the final show.
Yeah.
Final 10 years ago today. And that gentleman speaks for a lot of us. We all miss seeing the Tragically Hip live. Here you go. 50 mission cap from that final show. Tragically Hip, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Thanks for all your calls on the bone phone this morning.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Here's what's trending with Philly Joe and Vicky.
Did you guys watch the show Sons of Anarchy?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
A little bit.
And I would say most people, I think the consensus was that it lasted, that last season could have been probably 4 episodes instead of 8. There's about 4 episodes that kind of dragged on, so I wasn't a big fan of the finish. But you've got some good news for Sons of Anarchy fans, right?
I do. The cast is getting back together for a limited series on FX. It's going to be called Legends. So Charlie Hunnam, Ron Perlman, Katie Seagal, and a bunch more have been confirmed. But it's not what you'd expect it to be. This is the logline for the show. When the cast of Sons of Anarchy reunites at a fan convention after more than a decade, the line between life and art blurs as the fractured brotherhood finds itself up against a real-world threat more dangerous than anything they could have faced in their show. So it kind of sounds like it's what Beverly Hills 90210 did in their some kind of reboot. It's like a meta, self-aware kind of thing where the actors are playing versions of themselves.
Yeah, I was just going to say they're playing themselves, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
So, yeah, it reminds me also the movie The End where they, Seth Rogen.
Oh, this is the end, yes.
Yeah, this is the end. They were all playing themselves.
Which can sometimes be a lot of fun. So, and if you're saying that the show maybe overstayed its welcome a little bit, maybe this is a good, a good...
Right.
A good way to revisit.
Thank you. Yes, I'm lost for words.
I wonder if they find it difficult to play themselves on screen.
Yeah.
Like that, you know what I mean? They're used to playing characters.
That's one of my favorite things, though, because sometimes you'll see, I just watched Gail Daughtry in the Celebrity Sex Tape. It's a David Wayne movie. And John Slattery from Mad Men, he plays like a crazy version of himself. And so often it's done so well. Joey from Friends, he did that show Episodes where he plays a jerk version of himself. So I don't know. This might be something to check out.
Fans will love it. Sons of Anarchy fans will love this news.
Yeah, and Ron Perlman, I think he was just here a few years ago for one of those Comic-Con kind of conventions, right? So
you're right.
Yep.
Let's talk about what's new in theaters this weekend, since a lot of times movies come out on Thursday nowadays. The big one is going to be Tony. It's an Anthony Bourdain biopic. The best score on Rotten Tomatoes by far with 95%. Directed by a Canadian, Matt Johnson. That's kind of cool, too.
One of the coolest guys I ever met. He came into the studio one day because he was promoting one of his books, and you could just tell the aura this guy carried with him. He was like just a cool dude.
Yeah, you hear that about him.
Yeah.
It's pretty obvious. He's a cool dude,
For sure. Well, people are loving this movie. Of course, we talked about Jason Statham's new movie, Mutiny. I know Crazy Craig will have something to say about that. I'm interested to know because it's got a 49% rating right now.
That's a Statham special right there. It's usually hovering around that D+.
That's his sweet
D-
spot.
minus.
Yeah. And then there's Spa Weekend. It's a good cast. Leslie Mann, Isla Fisher, Anna Faris. There's no rating on that one, which is not a great sign. Yeah, so
what happens when a bunch of women go to the spa? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Hilarity ensues, I'm sure.
Men will just be lined up for this flick, eh? Is that it, Vicky?
That's it.
Yeah, scrolling.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
On a day when we celebrate 10 years, 10 years since the Tragically Hip's final show, I found it interesting that I've been seeing this. And you see it every year around this time on social media. People posting pictures of Sunfest, big festival back in the 90s. And I saw this one this morning, Sunfest 1990. And they list the three. It's got the actual poster from back in the day.
Oh, I love these.
On the Friday night, Doug and the Slugs, Kenny Shields, The Watchmen. Saturday night, the Tragically Hip headliner. The Northern Pikes on before them, and then the Watchmen were on as well.
Northern Pikes here this weekend at Club Regent, by the way.
That's right, with Barney Bentall.
Yeah.
And then on the Sunday night, the headliners BTO, Kenny Shields, Queen City Kids also on that lineup. But the Tragically Hip headlining the Saturday night 1990 Sunfest in Gimli, Joe.
That was like the build-up to the big year with Pearl Jam a couple of years later, if I recall. But
oh, man.
To me, the Tragically Hip really stood out here, not only on those shows, but when they created another roadside attraction with them, and they brought a bunch of acts with them, and they did that at the old stadium. Those were some great memories, too. This came in on the Boston Pizza text line. You want to talk about a memory? My son was born 10 years ago today, and I remember watching the Hip perform in the hospital holding my son. And my father and I have many Hip memories together because they cover, obviously, some generations. Today, my father has a day pass to come home from the hospital to be with his grandson on his birthday. He has terminal brain cancer, just like Gord did.
Gee,
Wow.
heavy.
That hits on a couple notes there.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Maybe they get out to the Lyric Theater tonight and hang out at Assiniboine Park with our good buddy H.
Yeah, for sure. I got a message from a family friend of ours, Trudy. She says, "Hey, Vicky, I'm just reminiscing about the Tragically Hip and can't believe it's been 10 years since their last concert. I wanted to share a little fun fact with you as a lifelong fan. Your mom and dad won a CD of the Hip at a social and didn't know who they were, so your mom gave it to me. I think it was Up in the Air, their first album. I was sold. I was lucky enough to see them at least 5 times live throughout Raising Kids, Life's Up and Downs, and I cried all through their last concert. Iconic Canadiana band that will live in my head forever. Thanks to 92 for keeping Gord Downey alive in our hearts."
Seeing them 5 times live.
Yeah.
Well, a couple of things stand out.
She's got 4 kids, by the way.
Winning a CD at a social, that's so good.
No kidding. And I'm going to tell you
I
right
could
now.
so see my parents giving that up, too.
I heard Postman wants it back.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Throwdown Thursday.
Let's get at this, and we have a good one today. You can weigh in. It'll be up on our socials, or you can weigh in on the text line as well, 762-555. Robert Plant is celebrating a birthday today, 78 years old. The great front man, Led Zeppelin. One of those bands that left everybody wishing they would do a giant reunion tour, you know, where they do the stadiums. Like, I feel like people have had their fingers crossed for that one for like 20 years.
Well, it was a world tour here at 92.1 City. We sent somebody to the O2 Arena for that one shot that they came back for because it was a lottery for tickets. The disappointment was that it never followed up with a tour.
I did get to see him do a solo show in Fargo a few years ago. Took some listeners down there, and it was pretty awesome.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, they've got the outdoor amphitheater there. Oh, man, what a venue.
Did you get wasted?
Not quite.
Remember Tall
Vicky.
Cool One, one of his singles? That was a good summer song, too, having a Tall Cool One, listening to that.
Definitely. Okay, so on the topic of Robert Plant with a birthday today, we want to know the greatest front man of all time rock and roll. And we're not giving options because we just find there's too many write-in ballots and it just like everybody goes their own way other than our options anyway.
Yeah, especially with a question like this.
So what's the point? I'll go first. Brian Vollmer, Helix. Boom.
Oh, interesting.
No, I'm just joking. I like
Pretty
Brian
damn
Vollmer.
good.
I like Helix.
He made you do anything you wanted when that ballad was playing. I don't know who you were dancing with.
Give me an R. Oh, they were just here. I think they were at Minnedosa rocking the fields.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Phil.
Helix. No, Joe, why don't you go first? I think I know which way you're going to go on this. If I had to, I think I could nail what you'll say.
Toughest question you've probably ever asked me.
Yeah.
Because growing up, I really liked Jimmy Morrison of The Doors. I obviously am a big fan of the Stones, so Mick comes to mind too.
That's who I thought you'd say,
Yeah,
Mick Jagger.
I'll give him the nod just because still to this day the man moves on stage like Jagger. It was
Yeah.
right. But I'll tell you, another guy that just popped into my head when you asked the question was Freddie Mercury, just because of the flamboyancy, the operatic sound, and everything else. But I'm going to go with Mick. Yeah.
Mick Jagger for Joe. Vicky?
Yeah. It's funny. So my 3 choices that came to mind were similar to yours. I had Mick Jagger in there. I had Freddie Mercury. I also had Steven Tyler, just because I've seen Aerosmith live, I think twice. And the first time I saw them, I was like transfixed. I've never just been transported by a performance like him. He's just so good.
The ribbons on the mic stand got to you.
I don't know. There was just something about it.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
larger than life for
That
me.
makes
So
sense.
just for that experience, I might have to go with him.
So you're going with Steven Tyler?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
Prince of Darkness. The man lived to be on stage, and just the sound and the wildness of Ozzy on stage. Getting lots of votes for Gord Downie. We were just talking, and he was an incredible live performer. Chris Cornell coming in, Brian Johnson. There is going to be a lot of variety in the votes this
There
morning.
is no wrong answers today with this question.
Yeah.
Well, but all due respect to Helix, Brian Vollmer might have been a wrong
I don't
answer.
know. I don't know.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast. Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get PJ and V into more ears.
Someone slid into our DMs the other day. It was for Joe and I, and it's a guy named Jeffrey. Been with the show a long time, and he DMs us every now and then. We're gonna have to bug him to include you, Vicky, because
I'm good. Enough people in my DMs.
Sorry, Jeffrey. We tried to get her involved, but he's asking a fashion question, and I think. I love a fanny pack, so maybe that's why he was asking me, but I thought this might be a better question because you do actively wear fanny packs, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Like, would you call it a fanny pack or would you call it something else?
No, I'd like to be hands-free sometimes. When we were at Rock and Thunder, I had one on just because I didn't want to have a purse slung around me all night, but you still need your things.
I don't wear one. And I answered Jeffrey, and I said, I don't even know who sells them.
So this was his question, gentlemen. I know you're my guys when it comes to hip sacks and fanny packs. Where could I get a cool one for an upcoming trip that I'm taking?
Oh, that's interesting.
There's a lot of people who use those satchels now, too.
The crossbody
kind of
fanny
one.
packs. Yeah, that might be a more updated version.
What I love about them is you can put your wallet, your phone, if you want some breath mints or something.
Yeah.
If you want to smoke a cigar while you're out, not that we encourage smoking, but if you're one of those people, like you can put, and then it's not all piled into your pockets.
I don't know if I've ever seen anybody pull a cigar out of a fanny pack in my life.
You haven't been with me when
yeah,
I'm partying.
I guess I'm missing out.
Yeah. Never seen one out of a satchel either. It's kind of like a side holster, right?
So where do you get your fanny packs?
Oh, gosh. I think I got mine from some accessory store. You can pretty much get them anywhere,
The
whether
Bay?
it's Amazon. Well, no, I got some bad news about the Bay, Phil, if you haven't heard.
What about Zellers?
Someone is saying Roots.
Okay.
Yeah, still.
I feel like a lot of the different clothing stores will have some form of them in their accessories. And if you think there's a stigma to the fanny pack, get one of those satchels that go, those crossbody small bags.
And if you think that's a stigma, then we're almost out of luck for you.
Yeah, then it's pockets.
Then you're going backpack.
Cargo shorts.
Cargo shorts. Now, we've
Yeah.
had that debate on this show before. Are cargo shorts cool for... women don't really wear cargo shorts,
Actually,
do they?
they're pretty big with women right now.
Oh,
They're
so
on
women
trend.
can wear them,
Yeah.
but guys, we get teased about cargo shorts.
Yeah. Cargo pants, I would say, more than the shorts.
Shorts, too, a little bit.
CAA sells them, apparently, Phil.
Cargo shorts?
No, travel packs or fanny packs.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
Brought to you by Fort Rouge Auto Center. The completely useless question.
The completely useless question.
Useless with a capital Y.
So useless.
Brought to you by Midtown Ford.
Tickets for Bring Me the Horizon on the line, as well as Wonder Shows passes.
Yeah, this weekend they're out by the IKEA lot there. So even for some of you, you've got the kids on the rides, maybe yourself, but you can always use the maze at IKEA as an added bonus.
Yeah, follow the arrows.
Maybe a hot dog. Joe has the question.
What item do people own in blue more than any other color? So think about what items you have. What item do people own in the color blue? They'll have that more than any other color. Sorry, Phil.
No, that's okay. 780 City, 780 2484. Good morning, City.
How about a snow brush?
No.
Can I get
Not a snow brush. They're ordering at the same time as guessing.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Multitasking.
What do you got on the order this morning?
plain bagel?
We're at Tim Hortons drive-thru here, just trying to get some snacks before work.
Excellent. Get me a farmer's wrap, no sauce, and an extra large regular, please.
All right, man. All right. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
What's so funny about that?
Wasn't joking.
We didn't get to put our orders in, Joe.
I guess that dozen donuts I was ordering wasn't coming.
Good morning, City. Do you have a guess?
Is it a pen?
Not a pen.
Great guess.
No, very good. Yeah.
Your average pen around the office?
Yeah.
Probably blue.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe black.
I've got black.
Yeah.
A lot of black pens in
Do you
my
ever
bag.
go
Anyway.
steal one off someone's desk? You ever done that
No.
before at the office? Neither have I. I was just asking for a friend.
Yes, you did. You remember? Oh no, it was my glasses. You bit the.
Well, yeah, you.
I lent you my
me.
glasses.
I didn't take
And
them
you
off
bit
your desk.
No.
I put them in my mouth. Yes.
Oh.
And then I
Chewed
got him a
on
new.
'em.
Yeah.
Then I wonder why I had an abrasion on the back of my ear.
He was quite upset about it, so I got him a new pair. And I don't blame him. I should have kept them out of my mouth. 780
I
City.
wasn't that upset.
Well, you brought it up 5 years
did.
later. Good morning, City.
True.
All right. Can I guess the question?
What item do people own in blue more than any other color?
Is it underwear?
Not underwear.
That's a good
guess.
one. Yeah? I bet that would be black.
Black
You think
underwear?
So? Maybe.
Could be. Now they usually come in those assorted color packs too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Nice. Yeah, when you get them at Costco. Hello, City. 780 City. 780 2484. Hello there.
Is it a T-shirt?
not a T-shirt, no.
Is it something you can wear, Joe?
It is.
Something you can wear. 204-780 City. Hi there, you're on the air.
Oh, that threw me totally. Phil, can you help me?
Something you can wear. It's not underwear. How about a cap?
Yeah, ball caps.
Really? Oh, I thought for sure it was jeans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, jeans would make sense, I
Yeah.
guess, too, right? But they
like
come in
red
different
jeans.
colors now and everything else. Denims, right?
Did you
But-
say you love red jeans?
Yeah, I do.
That must be what you wear on the weekend. I've never seen you sporting it.
They
red
look sharp.
pants.
Yeah,
I can't pull
I
off.
bet.
I can't pull off anything like red jeans, but they do look sharp when I see them.
Yeah.
Joe,
Yeah.
red jeans.
More burgundy. More burgundy than
Yeah,
red.
classy.
Yes. Ball caps. Yeah. Most, I guess, because if you think about it, most team colors in professional sports, there's always a level of blue. I think it's one of the number one colors they use, right? Red's another one. But
Yeah, start thinking
in
of
pants,
sports teams.
if we said most in red, it would have been pants, but it's ball caps.
Right, yes.
Who's this?
Chris.
Chris, congratulations, man. You're the winner. Hang on the line, okay?
The Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Stephanie. So, Joe, can you explain this for me? These are people that have entered out and about?
Right. All the big events that we had access to, you had access to enter this Foo Fighters contest. We'll took one correct entry, and you're going to come along with us and a friend to see the Foo Fighters in just a few weeks now.
It's coming up.
Getting close. Can't hear it ringing. Can you guys?
No.
Hello, hello, hello. Oh, there it is. That was scaring me. To Regina.
Hello.
Hello, is Stephanie there, please?
Speaking.
Hi, Stephanie. It's Philly, it's Joe, and it's Vicky from 92.1 City.
Well, good morning. How are you?
Doing
We're good.
Yeah.
Stephanie, just a quick question for you. Do you remember filling out an entry form at an event that 92.1 City was at?
I think so, yeah.
Would it have been to see the Winnipeg Gold Eyes and WPW Pro Wrestling?
It sure would have been.
Would you have been in attendance with Phil Aubrey and Joe Aiello that night?
I was there, yeah. I remember watching you host the wrestling.
You almost said
I
you
did.
remember watching Joe wrestle.
did.
Joe wasn't wrestling.
Yeah.
I did.
A girl can dream, right?
Did on that entry mention that your favorite host here at 92.1 City FM, was the one person who was not in attendance at that Gold Knights game, Vicky Shea.
I do remember doing that also.
Okay, there we've got the right Stephanie, guys.
Perfect. This turned into some kind of police investigation.
You did
maybe
good,
someday.
Stephanie.
Holy grilling.
Yeah. Well, listen, more of that grilling from Joe Aiello on the bus to Regina to see Foo Fighters. Stephanie, congratulations.
Wow! Amazing.
You're
That's
coming
awesome.
with us.
Yeah, you're going to be
Sweet.
able to bring somebody else with you. And trust me, I've got a list of questions. We're not done yet here.
That's awesome.
Stephanie, have you ever seen Foo Fighters live?
I have not. They are on the bucket list, though.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Let's check that bucket list.
You're thinking, who are you going to bring with you, Stephanie?
I'm not sure. Probably the husband, but
Oh,
we'll
it's
see.
not even 100% yet. Okay, I like
He's got
that.
to earn it.
Make him earn it. All right, Stephanie, congratulations. You're coming on the bus to Regina to see Foo Fighters with 92.1 City.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast.
Got a message here. I'm going to try. I think it was probably being dictated. You know, when you try to dictate a text message?
Yeah.
And you try to, I'm just going to try to make sure I get it right here. It says, my girlfriend, I think what he's trying to say is either he proposed or she proposed on Valentine's Day at a Tragically Hip concert. Their last concert in Winnipeg, and 21 years later, I still love the Hip, but I love her more. And,
You did a good job at deciphering that.
Did you?
I read it the same way you did, but man, good job.
That's from Rob.
Still
and
in love.
Robbie and Leona. So, Rob, let me know if I got those facts right. I did my best.
Well, even if you didn't, it sounded like a better story.
Yeah.
Like, I thought you did a hell of a job.
We're getting a lot of that this morning. We're getting a little bit of everything about the Hip because it's 10 years ago today, the final Hip show.
So tonight, if you just want to get out and enjoy another beautiful summer night here in Manitoba, Assiniboine Park Lyric Theater, our good buddy Howard Manshine will be hosting this Killer Whale Tank. Sorry, they are the tribute band tonight. They're going to play all your favorite hits, Hip songs. You know there's going to be a sing-along and stuff like that.
I think
so.
if we're learning anything today, it's just how many people have personal stories tied into this band. Like,
Good call.
that's not every band that you have that with, right?
Totally. And live tracks all day long today.
So that starts at 7 o'clock tonight, by the way, if you're going to head to the Assiniboine Park.
Was it Melissa who said on the text line, good friend of the show, the official baker of 92.1 City, PJV, 8 times she's seen the Hip?
Yeah, someone said 11, which is amazing.
Wow.
Easy to do. They were around for a long time, and there was always a Hip show. Like, it felt like every summer, you know, you had a chance to go see the Hip.
I'll ask you this because you're a huge Hip fan. Do you think there is really one song? Like, any Hip fan I know has a favorite Hip song. I don't know which would be winning by a mile, though, when it comes to Hip songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because some people are going to go for the more obscure ones, some people for the hits.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the storytelling and the writing, because those songs, they, you know, especially Canadiana, they can mean something to, you know, other people too, right? But I don't know if there's one that stands out as their biggest hit ever.
That would have been actually a decent Throwdown Thursday. Our Throwdown Thursday is good, too. It's the greatest front man of all time. But
Gord's getting some votes.
He sure is. Mine would be, since you threw it out there, it'd be either Cordelia or Locked in the Trunk of a Car. I love both those songs.
Very
Those
good.
are my two, I think those are my two favorites.
And mine would be Wheat Kings or Bob Cajun. I
Both
just like
amazing.
the
Yeah,
slower
I
songs.
love those two slower songs, too. Phil got me on Scared.
That's a great. You want to hear Scared right now?
That was a great song, too. And, I mean, listen, I'll be honest. I think my favorite, because we broke it here at 92.1 City, was Highway Girl Live back in the day. Because no one is like, wow, this came out of nowhere, right? So
That was,
as far as a memory goes, anyway.
That was an incredible version that used to get played all the time.
But you brought me onto this song. I had never heard it, believe it or not, until Phil Aubrey brought me in. Phil, I learned from you.
This is the Philly Joe and Vicky podcast. Here's what we learned today with Philly Joe and Vicky.
10 years ago today, the Tragically Hip played their final show. What an emotional tour that was. I saw that final on that tour here in Winnipeg. What an atmosphere in the air. That was incredible.
We had a lot of people sharing stories on the text line. I've put a bunch of them on our Facebook page if you want to read them and maybe share your own in the comments.
Yeah, it's been nice of people sharing their stories. Tonight, you might want to do that, too. Howard Manshine hosting over at the Lyric Theater at Assiniboine Park, 7 o'clock tonight. They've got a tribute band by the name of Killer Whale Tank. And should be a good night for a few sing-alongs, and the weather looks pretty good tonight.
We're playing the live hip music all day long here on 92.1 City, including lots of tracks from that final Winnipeg show.
Yeah.
So tomorrow night, 6 a.m., we've got that hip road trip special that we've run before. That'll take you to 8 o'clock, and then the brand new live album that gets launched. You'll be able to hear it in its entirety, commercial-free tomorrow night. Heading out to the lake, maybe? Just turn it up.
Yeah, bonfire, yeah.
By the way, I don't know if the tunes we're spinning are from the Winnipeg live show. I may have misspoke there.
Actually, I think a few are on that
Are they?
album for sure. I think
Okay.
there's about 3 from the Winnipeg show.
That's great.
Live albums are great for that. You can just pretend if you have to. This one happened in Scarborough. How would I know?
CAA sells fanny packs.
Yeah, apparently.
A travel pack, I think they call theirs.
They called it, okay.
Some makes
well,
sense.
sure, fits with the brand.
Yeah.
But we were talking about fanny packs or those crossbody bags. You can find them almost anywhere these days just
You wear
because
them?
they have become big. Yeah, sure. I just like being hands-free sometimes, especially at a concert or something.
And I've had my day with fanny packs. I don't wear them as much. I don't wear mine as much anymore.
Just the big special occasions.
That's got to be a concert or somewhere where I want to put everything somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Keys, wallet, all that stuff. And Vicky, on the kind of the same topic, we started talking about cargo shorts. And Vicky, you kind of said cargo shorts are coming back into style.
I would say cargo pants, not so much the shorts, although the shorts maybe a little bit. Yeah, for ladies at least. For guys,
Well, 'cause-
I don't know what it's looking like.
Well, Joe was showing me off air a few photos of some camouflage cargo pants that you're thinking of getting.
Yeah, barely see them.
You can hang out in the woods.
I like to load up all my stuff in those side pockets to make me look even bigger than I already feel.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you got in those side pockets? Oh, that's
Hold on. A Robertson screwdriver, some duct tape.
That'll be our new contest. Guess what's in Joe's pockets?
Stephanie is the latest winner of a bus pass for Foo Fighters in Regina. That's right around the corner now.
Oh, yeah. She sounds like a lot of fun.
She does, yeah. Thinking about taking her husband, but not fully convinced yet.
No. We've got a couple of more trips to give away before it actually happens.
Yeah, that's right. So keep it right here to 92.1 City. You want to win a bus pass for the trip to Regina.
Right before it happens, I meant. Because if I say before it happens, well, of course, Sherlock. When else are we going to give them away after?
Let's give away one after, yeah.
And finally, people own more blue ball caps than any other color. That was completely useless question.
Does
Yeah.
everyone in here own a blue ball cap?
Oh, for sure.
I mean, it's kind
All
of
the
a given
bomber
with
hats.
the Bombers, yeah.
Actually, you're wearing one right
wearing
now.
a blue-
The answer was on top of your head.
The Philly Joe and Vicky Podcast.
For more Philly, Joe, and Vicky, lock it into 92.1 City, weekday morning 6 to 10.